Hello and welcome to Top10List.org, where you get a world of knowledge in just 10 points. On today's topic, we're going to discuss the top 10 artists and actors that have refrained from drug abuse. We're going to begin at number 10 with Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Morgan Lohan is an American actress, model, and recording artist. The 27-year-old star began her career as a child fashion model when she was only 3. Her shining career received a blowback when she was arrested on charges of possession of cocaine and driving under the influence. She ultimately lost the Poor Things role in May 2007. Soon the teenager released a statement that her life has become completely unmanageable because of her addiction to alcohol and drugs. The talented actress sat down for a post-rehab interview and revealed her addiction to cocaine. Finally, she decided not to do booze or snort, puff, or smoke, or ingest or inject any drugs. She has been in and out of various rehabilitation facilities since 2007, and she has started to look cleaner and look a lot better. Her fight with her addiction is still on its trail, and she is trying her best to refrain herself from drug abuse. At number 9 is Courtney Love. Courtney Michelle Love is an American singer and songwriter, guitarist, actress, and artist. She received critical recognition as an actress in her leading role in Milos Forman's film in 1996, The People vs. Larry Flynt, earning her a Golden Globe nomination for Best Actress. In 2005, Love admitted that she was addicted to benzos, heroin, and cocaine, which went on to plague her life. Finally, she decided to spend time in rehab. She went to Beau Monde, where she was accepted on a scholarship basis because she had no money at the time. After attending so many rehabs, she arrived at the conclusion that people don't really need rehab to get off drugs. One must be able to kick dope, oxys, or coke himself, unless you should not switch over to drugs again. She is sober now. Love has been practicing Buddhism since 1989. Number 8 is James Hetfield of Metallica. James Hetfield is the main songwriter, co-founder, lead vocalist, rhythm guitarist, and lyricist for the heavy metal band Metallica. Metallica's guitar and songs are famous worldwide. He was placed as the 8th greatest guitarist of all time in Joel McLiver's book. In 2001, the Metallica frontman entered rehab for alcohol and substance abuse during recording of the band's 8th album, Saint Anger. He rejoined the band after 7 months in rehab and 4 months cherishing with his family. He is now clean and sober and is determined to remain so. Hetfield stated that he is a reborn straight edge in an interview with So What, the official magazine of Metallica's fan club. At number 7, we have Iggy Pop. Iggy Pop is an American singer and songwriter, a musician, and an actor. Iggy's music has encompassed a number of styles over the years, including pop, hard rock, jazz, and blues. He is the vocalist of influential proto-punk band The Stooges. Iggy's career impeded for several years, resulting from a persistent drug problem. One time he sprayed blood from used needles onto his apartment's walls. Pop was unable to control his drug abuse and checked himself into a mental institution at UCLA's Neuropsychiatric Institute to try to clean up. He went through a rehab in 1975. After going through rehab, Pop's successful solo career began with the albums The Idiot and Lust for Life in 1976. Pop described the effects of addiction by comparing his body to a neighborhood, saying it was if it moved somewhere cool and suddenly one day he looked around and condos had sprung up everywhere. Iggy described how drugs enhanced his perception of beauty and emotion but left him barren inside. Number 6 is Elton John. Sir Elton Hercules John is an English singer and songwriter, composer, pianist, and record producer, and sometimes the occasional actor. He has worked with lyricist Bernie Taupin as his songwriter, and they have collaborated on more than 30 albums to date. He is one of the best-selling musical artists in the world. By 1975, he had to pay dearly for his celebrity pressure. John became a victim of drug overdose and eating disorders, bulimia, during Elton Week in Los Angeles that year. Elton claimed it to be a miracle that he is still alive in spite of taking so much cocaine. He kicked his drug habit in 1990 and regretted that he had wasted his precious life and ruined his golden years. He has described his 1990 rehab life in extraordinary new books named Love is the Cure. And number 5 is Eric Clapton. After a 16,000 a week drug habit, the famous cocaine singer paved a new path for his life. He is the greatest English musician, songwriter, and singer. He is only 3 inductees to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. His noble credit to the society in 1998 deserved him a standing ovation. He founded the Crossroads Center in Antigua, a medical facility for recovering substance abusers. He confessed that the problematic thing with drugs is that at the onset it feels so good, great, and priceless. He was in love with cocaine, alcohol, and heroin. Soon realizing his demolishing social life, he gave up drugs and became clean and sober. Fortunately, the intervention of former drug addicts in the music world helped Clapton realize that he should seek help and stop drug and alcohol abuse. The 67-year-old singer has supported anti-drug and anti-alcohol movements for more than 25 years. He did a number of charity works to convince his soul and enlighten the society about the dark side of drug abuse. At number 4, we have Slash. Sal Hudson, known by his stage name Slash, is a British-American songwriter and musician. He was the lead guitarist of the American hard rock band Guns N' Roses. Slash's initial drug problem could not bring a boom to his career. In 2001, at the age of 35, Slash was diagnosed with cardiomyopathy, a congestive heart failure, which was a consequence of many years of alcohol and drug abuse. His disclosure of drug abuse and debauchery made him another rock and roll casualty. Fortunately, he survived through physical therapy and the implantation of a defibrillator. Slash has been clean and sober since 2006. Slash's wife Perla deserves the credit. In 2009, bewildered by his mother's death from lung cancer, he quit smoking. Ever since then, he has received a critical acclaim as a guitarist. Time named him the 10 best electric guitar players in 2009. At number 3 is Keith Richards. He explained himself as an alchemist and used his body like a laboratory during his drug-fueled years with the Rolling Stones. He worked on keyboard, bass, percussion, and guitars. He is the founding member of the best ever band, the Rolling Stones. The 69-year-old guitarist, after seeing his life in turmoil, admitted that he used his body to see what would happen if chemicals were mixed into powerful cocaine. He was busted in the 1960s and 1970s for drug-related charges. He quit taking cocaine in 2006 when he fell out of a palm tree in Fiji and went through brain surgery. The success story of this guitarist is never ending. He achieved a remarkable stardom in 2008 and onwards. Johnny Depp had cited Keith Richards as an inspiration for his portrayal of Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean series. Number 2 is Steven Tyler. The frontman of the famous American and Boston-based rock band Aerosmith had a heavy drug and alcohol addiction, and the band's popularity totally diminished. Steven Tyler is an American singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist who released many milestone hard rock albums. The legendary intakes of heroin and stimulants named him and his partner, Perry, toxic twins. Tyler's heroin consumption led to many problems. He was found roaming on New York streets searching dealers. In 1986, Tyler completed rehabilitation and persuaded other band members to do so. He remained sober thereafter, but had a relapse with the subscription painkillers. He successfully treated himself by 2009. In 2007, Tyler and daughter Liv Tyler were profiled on E! True Hollywood Story. Number 1, a personal favorite actor of mine, is Robert Downey Jr. Few actors are crowned with the title of superb actor, and Robert Jr. made his debut as an actor at the age of 5 in the film Pound in 1970. Robert Downey Jr. endured his public battles with drug abuse and hardships. He started using marijuana at the age of just 6 years old. His father was a drug addict. Downey was arrested numerous times on suspicion for drug abuse and related charges including marijuana, cocaine, and heroin. He was reduced at one point to earning 8 cents an hour scrubbing pizza pans. The court ordered a drug treatment program, and finally he entered the sober world and evolved into one of the most respected actors in Hollywood. After 5 years of substance abuse, arrest, rehabilitation, and relapse, Robert Downey Jr. was all set to work and return to his career. In August of 2009, Robert Downey Jr. starred in the action-adventure series Sherlock Holmes. He achieved critical acclaim for his starring role in Iron Man previously before in 2008. He has now transformed from being a washed-up drug addict to a $100 million man. He is surely a great role model for the entire world. Well, that concludes today's edition of our Top 10 list. If you enjoyed it, click subscribe and don't hesitate to join us again for another episode of Top 10.